Hi guys, it's Ruben here from Aerial Drone Solutions, and man did we have a good response on our previous videos regarding the drone regulations in South Africa, and we had a great chat to Dean Polly from Kuwasa regarding that. So if you missed it, please go check it out on our social media pages on YouTube, Facebook, and also on our website. It's aerialdronesolutions.co.za. Please also make sure to join us on LinkedIn. We're also available there. But for this episode, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the insurance side of drones in South Africa, and we've got the expert here to tell us a little bit more, Daniel Blomerus from Unicorn Insurance Brokers. Daniel, are you well?
Thank you very much for inviting us for this vlog. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Tell us, how's business?
Busy. As a drone insurer, a drone broker, you can just imagine the type of industry that we are in. It's very fast moving, but yeah, we're very happy.
Let's dive straight in. Let's talk about the drone insurance. So let's say, for instance, I went out and I bought myself a brand new drone and I want to get insurance for my drone. What is the process?
So firstly, Ruben, we'll have to see what type of use the client's going to use it for. Is he going to use it for recreational or hobby use, or is it going to be a full-on commercial scale?
Yeah. So let's start off with hobby or recreational flying. How does one get insured for that?
So with recreational flying, there's a lot of insurance companies out there that claim that they do hobby pilots and will insure a hobby pilot. The biggest concern that clients need to be aware of is they need to look at the types of cover that you get. So for a recreational pilot, there are rules that you need to abide by, and the drone insurers that actually insure recreational pilots will cover you while on the ground as well as in the air. The normal rules that you explained in your previous interview, 50 meters away from any object, person, road, you can't fly at night, all of those will still apply. Yeah. The rules that you explained on your previous episode will still apply for a recreational drone pilot, and the insurance company will work with that.
Absolutely, and if you missed that, please go check it out on our previous episodes. All the rules are stipulated out there, and also in part 101 on the CAA website, you'll find all of those rules. Let's move over to commercial, because this becomes quite a different animal when it gets to insurance and getting covered on that. Explain to us the different types of cover and why is it so important?
So Ruben, on commercial, it is not as easy as people think. If you fly for any client, or you charge any client a fee to do work for him, the CAA classifies it as commercial use. Yes. So for commercial pilots, it's not just buying a drone, taking out insurance and flying. There's a lot of licensing, there's a lot of rules and regulations that they need to abide by. Firstly, we will have to start with each pilot will have to go and do an RPL course, which is a remote pilot's license. They will have to go through an accredited trainer. In South Africa, we are aware of 4 of them currently. Then the company that you would fly under, or the company that you would do your work in, yes, will have to have a valid ROC. This is a RPAS operator certificate. For a ROC, you will need an air service license. The air service license will be given to you from the CAA. And then after all of that's been done, each aircraft or each RPAS that you have will have to be registered under that ROC. And we call that RPAS letter of approval, yeah, RLA.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that, because I think it's very important to note as well. It doesn't mean if you've got your RPL that you can still go out and fly commercially. You still need, like Daniel explained now, you still need to have the ROC in place, still need to have the air service licenses and all those accreditations and certifications in place to be able to fly commercially in South Africa. So Daniel, explain to us the type of cover that I would need to take out as a commercial drone operator.
So again, it depends on each pilot, each company, and how they operate. We've got farmers that we work with that have crop sprayers and agricultural drones. We've got surveyors that have more your LiDAR equipment, your big M600 RPAS. The biggest thing that you need to look at firstly is you need to decide if you want to insure your equipment. If you want to insure your equipment, we can cover the hull itself, so that will be the UAV or the RPAS. In a situation where you have, for instance, a Matrice 600, it's a big boy and it can carry a lot of payload. In our industry, we've got a lot of clients that actually work in the survey industry where they work with LiDAR equipment. So a LiDAR scanner is not, it's not 5 rand, it's not
Yeah,
50
it's
rand.
very
We're
expensive.
talking about from 1.5 million to 3.8 million,
Sure.
depending on what you've got. So you need to make sure that the cover that you've got is actually correct. So that will be your hull, which will be your aircraft, and then you'll have your payload that will be attached to the craft. Further than that, we also cover the guys for third-party liability, which in this case is one of the most important things in South Africa. For an ROC operation, for an ROC company, if you've got any aircraft listed under your ROC, you have to have a minimum of 2.5 million third-party liability. So it's very easy to say that I'm a commercial operator, but the way they need to manage that operation is very intense. And there's a lot of rules and regulation that go with it.
Let's move over to a possible case study of a drone incident or accident that took place and what happened towards the claiming process.
So I'm going to tell you about a story we had on a commercial operator. They were scanning power lines, big power lines, and it was on a standard plain Phantom 4, which we all know is I call it the Hilux 2.4 of the drone industry. The pilot was flying, something went wrong, he hit the power lines, the power line actually came down, the drone exploded, caught on fire, and burned the farmer's field off. There was a lot of damage to this farmer's field, and that is where a third-party claim actually came in. We paid for the craft itself, which was a 30,000 Rand replacement. But the biggest thing out of this claim was actually the third party that had a result in that.
Yeah, and that is why it's so important to have the third-party liability insurance in place for a drone operator.
Definitely. That is one of the biggest points that commercial operators have to look at.
Great stuff. Thank you, Daniel. So, contact details. If people would like to find out more about drone insurance, where can they get hold of you?
They can please visit our website at unicorninsurance.co.za.
So that's it for this episode. We'll be back next time to focus a little bit more and getting into specifically flying abroad with your drones and what type of insurance you'll need for that. Also the claiming process. It's very important to understand that. So all of that will be available on the next episode. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also on Facebook and on Instagram, and now also on LinkedIn. We'll see you next time. Cheers.